Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something simple. How many times have you gone to bed, exhausted, ready for deep rest, only to wake up in the middle of the night with that urgent need to use the bathroom once, maybe twice, sometimes even more? It breaks your sleep, it drains your energy, and the next morning you don't feel fully alive. You feel tired, slow, and frustrated. But here's the truth most people don't realize: it's not just about your bladder. It's about how and when you drink water. As a urologist would tell you, your body follows a rhythm, a natural internal clock. And when you ignore that rhythm, especially with your hydration habits, your sleep pays the price. Most people think, drink more water, stay healthy. Yes, that's true, but timing is everything. Imagine this: you spend your entire day barely drinking water. You're busy, distracted, maybe even forgetting. Then evening comes, you finally relax. You sit down, maybe watch something, and suddenly you start drinking glass after glass of water. It feels healthy, it feels right, but what you're actually doing is overloading your system at the worst possible time. Your kidneys don't shut off at night. They keep working. And when you flood your body with fluids late in the evening, your bladder fills while you're trying to sleep. That's why you wake up. Now here's the shift, the simple but powerful habit that can change everything. Front load your hydration. Drink more water earlier in the day. Start your morning with a full glass of water. Your body has been dehydrated for hours during sleep. It needs that hydration. Then continue drinking steadily throughout the day, not all at once, but consistently. By the time evening arrives, your body should already be well hydrated. Then, as night approaches, you begin to slow down. This doesn't mean you stop drinking completely. It means you become intentional. 2 to 3 hours before bed, reduce your intake. 1 hour before bed, minimal sips only if needed. This one change alone can dramatically reduce those nighttime interruptions. But there's more. It's not just about how much you drink. It's also about what you drink. Caffeine, for example, is a hidden disruptor. Tea, coffee, energy drinks, they don't just keep your mind awake. They stimulate your bladder. Alcohol does something similar. It relaxes your body, but increases urine production. So if you're consuming these in the evening, you're setting yourself up for broken sleep. Another key factor is salt. A high sodium dinner can cause your body to retain fluid during the day and then release it at night when you lie down. That's another reason your bladder becomes active when you should be resting. Now think about your routine. Are you drinking most of your water at night? Are you having tea or coffee in the evening? Are you eating salty foods late? These small habits seem harmless, but together, they create a cycle of interrupted sleep. And here's why this matters so much. Sleep is not just rest. Sleep is recovery. Sleep is healing. When your sleep is constantly broken, your body doesn't fully recharge. Your mind becomes foggy. Your energy drops. Even your long-term health can suffer. But the good news is this: you don't need medication. You don't need complicated treatments. You just need awareness and a few simple changes. Drink earlier. Slow down in the evening. Avoid bladder stimulants at night. Be consistent. Your body will adapt. Your nights will become quieter. And your sleep will become deeper. So tonight, before you go to bed, remember this: health is not just about what you do, it's about when you do it. Control your habits and you take control of your sleep. And when you protect your sleep, you protect your life. Thank you. Smart hydration timing is one of the most overlooked yet powerful habits when it comes to improving sleep quality and reducing nighttime bathroom trips. Many people focus only on how much water they drink in a day, believing that reaching a certain number of glasses is enough to stay healthy. But the body does not only respond to quantity, it responds strongly to timing. The human system operates on a natural rhythm, often referred to as the circadian rhythm, which influences everything from hormone release to kidney function. When you align your water intake with this rhythm, you support your body's natural processes, but when you ignore it, you create unnecessary disruptions, especially during the night. The key idea behind smart hydration timing is simple. Give your body the fluids it needs when it can use them most efficiently, and reduce intake when your body is preparing for rest. In the morning, your body wakes up in a mildly dehydrated state after several hours without water. This is the ideal time to begin hydrating because your organs are ready to absorb and utilize fluids effectively. Drinking a full glass of water soon after waking helps kickstart metabolism, supports digestion, and begins the process of proper fluid distribution throughout the body. As the day progresses, your activity level naturally increases, whether through physical movement, mental work, or exposure to heat, all of which require adequate hydration. This is why the majority of your daily water intake should happen during the first half of the day and continue steadily into the afternoon. Instead of consuming large amounts at once, spreading your intake evenly allows your body to absorb water more efficiently and prevents sudden overload on the kidneys. By the time late afternoon arrives, your hydration should already be at a comfortable level. This is where many people make a critical mistake. They realize they haven't had enough water earlier, so they try to catch up in the evening. While the intention is good, the timing works against the body. Drinking large quantities of water in the evening forces your kidneys to remain highly active during a time when your body is naturally slowing down. When you eventually lie down to sleep, the fluid balance shifts and your bladder begins to fill more rapidly, increasing the likelihood of waking up during the night. This interruption not only disturbs your sleep cycle, but also affects your ability to reach deeper, more restorative stages of sleep. Smart hydration timing requires a gradual reduction in fluid intake as bedtime approaches. About 2 to 3 hours before going to sleep, it is beneficial to start limiting how much you drink. This does not mean completely avoiding fluids, as your body still needs to maintain balance, but it does mean being mindful and intentional. Small sips are acceptable if you feel thirsty, but large glasses of water should be avoided. This simple adjustment gives your body enough time to process and eliminate excess fluids before you lie down, reducing the chances of nighttime disturbances. Another important aspect of smart hydration timing is consistency. Your body adapts to patterns, and when you follow a regular hydration schedule, your internal systems become more efficient. Over time, your kidneys learn to regulate fluid output in alignment with your habits, which can significantly reduce the urge to urinate during the night. In contrast, irregular drinking patterns confuse the body, making it harder to predict when to retain or release fluids. Consistency also helps maintain electrolyte balance, which plays a role in how fluids are distributed and retained within the body. Environmental and lifestyle factors also influence how your body responds to hydration timing. For example, if you live in a hot climate or engage in intense physical activity, your fluid needs may be higher during the day, making early hydration even more important. On the other hand, if your evenings involve sedentary activities, your body's demand for fluids decreases, reinforcing the need to taper intake. Paying attention to these signals allows you to adjust your habits without overcompensating at the wrong time. Ultimately, smart hydration timing is about working with your body instead of against it. It transforms a basic daily habit into a strategic practice that supports better sleep, improved energy levels, and overall well-being. By prioritizing hydration earlier in the day and easing off as night approaches, you create a natural balance that allows your body to rest without interruption. This approach is simple, practical, and highly effective, yet it requires awareness and discipline to implement consistently. Over time, the benefits become noticeable not only in reduced nighttime awakenings, but also in how refreshed and energized you feel each morning, making it clear that when you drink water is just as important as how much you drink. Evening fluid control is a crucial habit for anyone who wants uninterrupted, high-quality sleep, yet it is often misunderstood or completely ignored. Many people assume that staying hydrated means drinking water whenever they feel like it, including late into the night. But the body does not handle fluids the same way in the evening as it does. During the day, as night approaches, your system begins to slow down, preparing for rest and recovery, and this includes changes in kidney activity, hormone levels, and bladder sensitivity. When you continue to consume large amounts of fluid during this period, you disrupt that natural transition, forcing your body to stay active when it should be winding down. This is one of the main reasons people wake up multiple times at night with the urge to urinate, even if they believe they are doing something healthy by drinking more water. The concept of evening fluid control is not about dehydration or restriction, but about timing and awareness. Your goal is to give your body enough time to process and eliminate excess fluids before you go to bed. This means that as you move into the evening hours, especially after dinner, you begin to gradually reduce your intake. Instead of reaching for large glasses of water out of habit, you become more mindful, choosing smaller sips only when necessary. This simple shift can significantly reduce the workload on your kidneys during the night and help your bladder remain calm while you sleep. One of the biggest challenges people face is the habit of drinking fluids while relaxing in the evening. Whether it is watching television, using a phone, or sitting with family, there is often a tendency to sip continuously without realizing how much is being consumed. These small, repeated sips can add up to a large volume over time, especially if combined with other beverages like tea or soft drinks. The problem becomes even more pronounced when these drinks contain caffeine or sugar, both of which can increase urine production and irritate the bladder. Even beverages that seem harmless can have a noticeable effect when consumed close to bedtime, making it important to pay attention not just to how much you drink, but also to what you drink. Another important factor in evening fluid control is the body's response to posture. During the day, when you are upright, fluids tend to distribute differently within your body. However, when you lie down at night, fluid that may have accumulated in your lower body begins to shift back into circulation, eventually reaching the kidneys and being processed into urine. If you have consumed a significant amount of fluid in the evening, this natural redistribution can further increase the pressure on your bladder, leading to nighttime awakenings. By reducing fluid intake earlier in the evening, you minimize this effect and allow your body to stabilize before sleep. Diet also plays a subtle but important role in how your body manages fluids at night. Foods high in salt can cause your body to retain water during the day, which is then released later when you are at rest. This delayed fluid release can contribute to nighttime urination, even if you have not consumed excessive amounts of water before bed. Being mindful of your evening meals and avoiding overly salty foods can support better fluid balance and reduce the likelihood of disruptions during sleep. Similarly, spicy foods and certain artificial ingredients may irritate the bladder, making it more sensitive and reactive during the night. Establishing a consistent evening routine can make a significant difference in how effectively you control fluid intake. Setting a general cutoff time for larger drinks, such as 2 to 3 hours before bed, helps train your body to adjust its internal processes accordingly. After this point, you focus on maintaining comfort rather than increasing hydration, which means drinking only when you truly feel thirsty and limiting the amount to small, controlled sips. Over time, this routine becomes second nature, and your body begins to anticipate the reduced intake, leading to more stable and predictable nighttime patterns. It is also important to recognize that individual needs can vary based on age, health conditions, and lifestyle. Some people may have more sensitive bladders or underlying issues that make them more prone to nighttime urination, which means they may need to be even more careful with evening fluid control. Listening to your body and observing how it responds to different habits allows you to fine-tune your approach and find what works best for you. The key is not perfection, but consistency and awareness, making small adjustments that gradually lead to better sleep and improved overall comfort throughout the night.